Hello, Sandra here with a very important announcement. This podcast is definitely not safe for work. Even though we are vanilla 99.9% of the time, we do let a little vulgarity, profanity, and other things slip by. So I'm just here to give you a fair warning. Sandra signing out.
Last time on We Suck at D&D.
The robots belong in the mine, and you should know that. Ain't none of you need to be up here on the surface. I think that crash might have messed up your head a little bit.
Our last calculations point us to being in year 3507.
Well, according to my handy dandy calculator, and he pulls out a piece of paper. He's like writing stuff down. He's I think it's my birthday, your birthday, and is this carry the 7? I think it's 3102. 3102 is the year.
3102?
So the sheriff goes, if you get out of here, like I said, you're free to go. But we kind of run these a little long. We want to take care of the garbage, if that makes any sense. Hey, I need y'all to make your way towards town. I'm gonna get an opening for you, all right? You just start running. You start to lower on a platform underground.
Oh.
Slowly start to lower and lower. Welcome to Lead City.
Hello, everybody. Welcome back to the best, worst D&D podcast on the internet. It's me again, Kirky Boy. I'm here. Welcome back, episode 5. It's going to be a good episode. I'm pretty stoked. Trying to get better about writing, so let me know what you think, and we'll jump right into it. Thanks. Bye. Wait, do you say bye at the end of those? I don't know. Anyways, enjoy.
So last time, you guys were heading down that elevator with Boone in his wagon, right? So you guys make your way all the way down to the bottom, and as you look around this cavernous room, you see a small encampment. You see some cables that are kind of strung precariously from the walls and the ceiling to the floor, connecting a series of computers that fill the room with this like white and blue light from all the computer screens. You can see like piles of scrap metal and processor boards and all these like little robotic and computer parts all over. Boone says to you guys, he goes, it's not much, but I've tried to put together a small refuge for those in need. And then Boone points around the room, and sitting in multiple groups are all these like small robotic creatures. Some look roughly humanoid in shape, others are like transport bots where like wheels are fixed where feet should be. You see robots that like resemble animals that you're familiar with. You can kind of see like it's perched on this little stalagmite is like a raven, like kind of mechanically cawing, and like its wings are kind of not really in fluid motion. Near the back you see like a large tank full of water, and as you guys approach it, you see an octopus, a live octopus, but it seems to be almost cyborg-ish, where like all of its limbs have been replaced with these robotic limbs. And now as you guys kind of walk towards the back of the cave and back towards the center, you see a small dog approach with one broken ear, and it lets out an excited bark at Boone. And Boone says, hey girl, what'd you find today? And this dog drops like a small red chip on the floor. Boone says, oh my god, where'd you find that? This is exactly what I've been looking for. And Boone walks across the room over to a small robot, and it's like a server bot, so it's got this little tray, and it can't seem to keep the tray balanced on its head. It's kind of like wobbling around. And he goes, here you go, bud. And he slots that small red chip into the bot, and you can see it kind of begin to recalibrate itself and rebalance. And he says, hey, now run off, little guy, and try not to bump your head into anything again. It's not easy to find these chips. And he goes, so I just, I want to let you guys know that, I consider this a little refuge for all these robots. I try to fix them back up, and, I take care of them, they take care of me. It's, kind of balancing act, but, they mean a lot. And he says, so, I saved you guys from all that carnage out there, and as you were all running away, I saw you guys drop something. And from a shelf behind the stack of computers, he pulls out a small metal briefcase that's clearly seen better days. He says, hey, By the way, what's so important about this thing? Must be something real neat in there.
Well, truth is, we don't really know.
You don't know what's in the case, huh? It
That's
says
right.
POD 001. I guess that stands for something.
We were given
Yeah.
orders for command and lead to retrieve the briefcase. Beyond that, we know nothing else.
We work for the planetary orbital defense, and we retrieved this briefcase. We couldn't open it though, and they won't tell us what's inside. So, yeah.
Oh, you said okay. That's planetary orbital defense case.
think
you know,
so.
you know what? I think I might be able to do something about that. And he calls over, and you see this small, like shorter humanoid robot kind of hobbles over in your direction, kind of similar to the robots you guys smashed the shit out of earlier, just a little shorter. He says, "Well, hey, let me put my best bot on the case. It may take him some time, but that looks like some academy tech too. So, it looks a little new school, but I think he can crack it." And the robot.
I don't
comes
think
up-
that's a good idea. We were given orders not to open that briefcase.
Nah, you know
Okay.
what? I think it's a good idea. We're way back in the past, and we gotta figure out what's going on. So any help?
This briefcase may be the only thing that could connect us to them from where we are now.
But that was
uh,
part of our mission.
Boone kind of chimes in. He's like, "Hey, if you guys don't want it, you don't want it opened. I mean, you guys can keep it. I'll just leave it here, or you can carry it with you, I guess. But I might be able to get it open for you if you want. It's up to you."
How are we going to decide this? Because I stand firm and I don't want it open.
My vote is to open it because we already tried to open it. All of us did on the ship
My-
once.
My vote is to open it.
So how are you guys going to
Cal's
convince
vote is
me?
to open it.
Yeah, find a way to talk in character, and maybe if you guys have to do maybe persuasion rolls to convince her, you guys can give a whack at that, or maybe an arm wrestling contest. However you guys want to do that. It's up to you guys.
You best choose wisely against me, this bitch.
So yeah, however you guys want, play it out. I'm gonna sit back and watch.
Let's see, what's persuasion?
Listen, Bird. We don't know what's inside the briefcase, yeah?
Obviously.
But what's inside could be the only thing to get us back to where we need to be. They've been researching the void for quite some time, yeah? Perhaps they have some technology to get us back.
We were supposed to open it. We would have been given orders to open it.
Yeah, but if we were supposed to go into the void, we would have been given orders to go into the void.
Okay, let's play it out like this. I want Austin make a persuasion check. Naomi, roll 1, 2. Whoever rolls highest will say kind of wins that one over, and then there'll be another chance with Chris.
Persuasion?
Yeah. It was like a persuasion contest.
I got a 13.
What'd you get, Austin?
12.
Oh, okay. So we'll say that you guys hash it out for a while, but ultimately Naomi kind of convinces you that it's best to keep it locked up. Now, Chris, you have an opportunity to talk in character and try to renegotiate
Alright.
if you'd like.
Alright, listen. I'm all for following orders and everything, but this is not part of the mission. We were not supposed to go into the void. We were not supposed to go back hundreds of years. We were not supposed to crash the ship. All this shit that's been going on, that we're on our own here. And if there's something inside that briefcase that can help us get back, that's what we need to do. And we need to
We
get
were
that.
specifically trusted with this mission to follow orders as see fit and through any variable and any factor.
And we specifically trusted them to keep us out of the void. And look where that got us.
Okay, so I think both you guys again make another persuasion contest.
Oh, fuck me.
Fuck me. I got a critical 1.
I got a 1 as well.
Oh.
So what happens?
You know what? I've never run across a complete tie on a critical fail. So, how are we going to resolve this? I would say the most fair way to do it is just roll again.
Okay.
Just roll again. We'll see. I don't know. There might be a weird rule for that, but I think
I
you
got
guys should.
2.
I got 8.
Okay, so we'll say that Sandra, Cal wore you down. You know, maybe you were still holding your ground, but he wore you down for a while, and then, you know, maybe he agreed, but then after Dell kind of wore you down some more, you're reluctant, but you're willing to let the case kind of be handed over to Boone.
Well, I'm not happy about it.
Yeah, you're definitely not happy.
Well, I mean, he might not be able to open it at all, so I say we just take a crack at it. Let's try to get the fuck out of here.
It's your disciplinary actions. I ain't taking no falls for you
That's
guys.
fine. I will take full responsibility for saving our lives.
So the robot that came up to grab the case goes, I haven't seen anything like this before, but I'll investigate. And you see that robot, and you kind of get the sense this is like the case for most of these robots here. He reaches out both of his arms, and they both look pretty mangled, and it looks like he's struggling to like fully grasp that briefcase handle. And he says, Boone goes, now Coda, I promise I'll get those fixed up for you, bud. You know how hard it is to get pool tech above level C. But, you know, as soon as I do, I promise we'll get those arms all fixed up for you. And you notice on that robot named Coda, there's like a letter C painted on its chest, following like with a bunch of numbers. What the numbers are don't matter, but he's like a C-class robot. And Boone says, what do you guys think? Pretty neat here, huh? Most people think I'm just, a scrapper, but I've got real plans for this place. You know, the way they treat these poor machines is just damn wrong. But
were they all exiled here?
Yeah, I mean, some of them I found out in the fields, in the fractured fields. Some of them, I pick up from, the arena. Some of them just get abandoned when people don't think they need them.
I appreciate what you're doing here on a level you may or may not be able to understand.
Yeah, I guess I don't understand, but I'm glad that you appreciate what I'm doing. And he says, I want to change the way things are here. People hating on these robots, these poor machines. It's not right. And I'd like to change. I'd like your help, if you would.
I agree. Okay. Rewind. Sandra looks at Boone and she says, well, I think we will both be beneficial to each other. We need to find a safe place to talk because I think we have many questions about your world.
I agree 100%. He says, this is not just a one-way street. I'm not asking for your help without anything in return. If you guys agree to help, I promise that me and my team here will get that ship fixed up for you. We'll get it back in ship shape and get you out of here whenever you're ready.
Mr. Boone, my whole entire life, I wanted to make peace between the humans and the androids, so you have my help.
Perfect. And so Boone kind of pulls you guys all together and he says, all right, here's the plan. Plain and simple. I want to break into Poole Labs. That's it. I want to break in. Okay? There's a chip. A certain chip that if I can get my hands on it, I know we can make a difference. It's called the Weaver chip. Now, it's going to be hard to get. And when he says that, he pulls you towards the center of the cave where you see like a semicircle of monitors. Each monitor like kind of like a different size, but they're all next to each other, maybe about 8 feet tall. But when they're all together and all running at the same time, they display like a rough dissection of the fractured field mine. So you kind of see like, it cut in half. And Boone says, now, if you look here, and he points his finger to one of the bottom monitors. The mine is deep, and with all the robotic help, Poole kept going deeper and deeper and deeper. Not only has he drained the remaining groundwater to keep all of his machines cold, the deeper he goes, the worse the damn tremors get. He says, they don't call it the fracture field mine for nothing. He leans down to like a small, almost like a mouse pad being held up by one of his server bots. He goes, oh, hey, thanks, Servo. You don't have to do that. He kind of pats him on his head. Anyways, he picks up that pad and drags his finger to pull out on the image. And he says, the land outside the field used to belong to all the people. There were miles and miles of green pastures and wildflowers, and God, the flowers were so beautiful back then. I miss it. And he says, but anyways, I just want some peace and quiet again, and we're gonna do that by stealing that chip. Now let me break this down a little bit further for you, make sure we're all on the same page. Here's how I think we're gonna do it. It's not gonna be easy. There's the mine right out the bottom, and we're gonna need to get to the very top of that lab. There's 4 levels, and each level containing a higher level of security than the last. But so far I only have the first step kind of planned out. The rest we're gonna have to wing it. So I know if we can get to the entrance of the mine and swipe one of the maintenance workers' IDs, we'll get to level 1. After that, I have no idea what's inside. Boone says, I know I kind of just threw a lot at you there. Anybody got any questions? It's crazy, I know, but I think this is the only way we can do it.
I'm always up for a smash and grab.
That's right. You did save our lives, yeah? So, suppose it's
yeah,
only
but
right.
I'm not holding it against you. Like I said, this is gonna be a fair deal, straight back and forth. You help me, I help you. You guys can get on with your mission or whatever with that briefcase, and I'll just live here in peace.
And you'll answer our questions?
Yeah, whatever questions you got, I'll do my best to answer. And
Go ahead, Kirk.
No, go.
Oh, so you have no idea what's actually inside once we get in?
No. So I've been data mining these robots for a long time, trying to find as much information as I can. Now, all I could find out is that there's 4 of them levels, and each one, as you go through, it will grant you. So you have to go through that area, right? And as you go through, you'll gain access to the next level. It's got to be some kind of research and development areas in there. That's kind of all I got, though. There's not a whole lot. It's really hard to crack these robots.
Right.
Well, boys, we have business to handle. Let's do this.
Boone asks you, Sandra, he goes, exactly what are those questions you were talking about? What you need to ask?
I'm curious about the political environment that is going on your planet, and if I get more answers about that, I may have more answers about why guys were brought into the void and other things.
Yeah, no, I get you. So let me break down kind of what's been happening here the past 50 years. So I'm assuming Mr. Poole, he's probably getting into his late 70s. He's an older man. But back in his 20s, he started the fracture field mine, and he started mining for rare metals. He started making simple machines, automated carts, things like that. Just things to kind of get his mine operation going. But as he got more money, he started building more and more complex machines. That came to like the androids you were fighting, and that drill bot. And he's got things in there that I've never even seen. I know they exist. There's this system he's got. He's got a letter system set up, A, B, C, D, E. Now, from what I can tell, all I know is about what's going on in A, B, and C. Now, A-level robots are kind of like the ones you fought. It's like the mining equipment bots. and he's got level B, which are kind of like animal replicants, kind of like that crow I got back there, things like that. And my dog's actually robot too. Hard to tell though. And then you got level C, and that's as far as I know. And level C is like humanoid. We got things that look and talk like humans. They don't necessarily think like them. They kind of just think like animatronic. They do simple functions.
What would that make Dell?
Dale, are you a robot, my friend?
I'm half human, half android.
Gotcha. So, you know what? Can I take a look at something? Can I take a look at some of your mechanical parts?
Sure.
So I think what happens here is that Boone kind of comes up to you and he rolls up one of your sleeves and he starts examining all the componentry on one of your arms. Because both of them are mechanic, right?
Yeah. And my legs.
Okay. So he's examining like your right arm, and as he's kind of going up your arm, he's like murmuring to himself and like kind of pulling wires apart and looking at it. And he goes, "Son, do you know where these come from?"
As far as I'm aware, I was born with them.
Right. So it looks like you made some modifications throughout your time, but there's a good amount of parts here built straight from Poole Labs. So there's some of you from where we're gonna be. Just want to let you know.
So there's gonna be some androids like me.
I mean, based off this componentry, there might well be. I know, like I said, there's some humanoid-looking robots. Maybe they just took some parts off that and kind of spliced them up on you. But yeah, you're definitely cut from that cloth.
Wow.
Any other?
Say, Boone, I mean, just judging by the year that it is, I'm pretty sure that my tech's a bit newer, but say I bring back some equipment that looks like may be compatible. You think you could build me some upgrades?
I most certainly could, and if I couldn't, I got something here that probably could do it for you. Yeah, keep your eyes out when you're out there. Maybe we could hook you up with something.
I mean, if it's the same tech, might as well grab the best stuff, right?
Right. Yeah. Of course. So now that you kind of got the spiel about what's going on, Boone kind of says, "You know, I know it's been a long day. You guys fought your asses off, and I dragged you back here. Let's take the night off, get some good rest, and why don't you just recover? And we'll kind of group back in the morning. How does that sound?"
Sounds good to me.
Cool. So the camera kind of pulls out from the scene you guys are at, and you guys are all making temporary bunks nestled neatly between rows of robotic life, and like the sounds, like the whirring sounds and all that kind of act as like a soothing white noise for you guys. And I would think this is the first time you guys kind of realize you're all alone. The three of you are out of time and out of place and in somewhere you've never really been, at least in time. And how does that make you guys feel as players? I'm interested in how your players feeling now that all this shit's happened. You're kind of finally winding down after a chaotic day.
I think for Sandra, I think she's just she's just somebody that keeps a lot of her personal emotions aside and her like fears aside, and she doesn't like it when something's out of her control, and so it's a very frustrating situation to not be in a comfortable environment as taking notes, watching the void, and she distastes both the men that she's with, the man and the cat. So I guess she's pretty pensive, pretty upset, and also thinking about her dad.
Okay. Cal, how you feeling?
Cal feels out of his element. doesn't feel like he's in control, and he's really wondering how to get in contact with the future. So he's just thinking, and also he's pretty curious about like just his surroundings. So like maybe before he goes to sleep, he might like take a little walk around and just kind of take note of some things. And for this heist, he feels excited. He's excited to have that. I guess that danger. He likes the adrenaline. That adrenaline feel.
Okay. And Dell,
Oh, I can't hear you guys.
how you feeling?
So for Dell, a lot of things are going on. I think he was brought up in a military household, so emotion wasn't a big factor in anything, But with that said, he's gone through, I think, a lot of very emotional things today. He discovered that his planet still exists, which is something that just recently he thought he'd never see again. However, it's way back in time. He's not even sure if his parents are exist at the moment. At least he knows one for sure doesn't. So that upsets him a little bit. And also he's just kind of feeling, unwelcome on his home planet. It's kind of not what he expected when he came. He knew there was a war, but he was hoping that the way that he was really going. He really truly believed that was really gonna make the humans or the androids accept him on both sides, and obviously immediately was just treated like shit by the humans. So feeling a little
but
down.
there's one
Except
human
Boone.
that like
So with all that said, he is all that's kind of combined, and I guess it kind of makes him feel down and a little bit depressed. But he has a little bit of hope that he's hanging on to with Boone, and with maybe turning everything around, stopping this Poole Labs thing. So I think that's kind of what he's focusing on, because like I said, he doesn't want to. He's been taught his whole life not to really, that emotions are kind of getting in the way, so he's focusing on the hope part instead of the rest.
Okay.
Hey everybody, little mid-roll self-promotion here. If you'd like to get in touch with us, here's a couple spots where you can do it. We Suck Pod at Twitter. We Suck at D&D on Instagram. And if you want to go a little old school, maybe send us an email. You can do wesuckpodcast@gmail.com. We're open to anything. Send us tips. Maybe you like the show, you want to say something nice. Maybe you just want to talk to any of the players. Hit us up, and we'd like to talk to anybody. So, all right, guys, enjoy the show.
You guys sleep off the night, and as the early morning sun starts to rise, Boone kind of comes around and wakes the three of you up, and he's got that serve bot kind of rolling behind him, and he's got 3 cups of coffee on that tray he's carrying. He says, or Boone says, "All right, now, everyone drink on up. I reckon it's going to be a long day. So as soon as you guys are good to go, we'll make our way to the mine." And as you guys are kind of getting ready and getting all your shit together, Boone gives everyone a med pack. So write down what this does. A med pack is like a health potion. And you recover 1d8 health from it. So everyone has 1. Okay.
And it said 1d8?
Yeah. As you guys start to leave, that same serve bot kind of runs up. You guys are loading up the wagon, and that serve bot runs up behind Boone and starts like beeping at him. All these little sounds like beep, 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 beep. And Boone turns around and goes, "What was that?" And it, beep, 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 back at him. And he goes, "Hey, guys, I think we just made connection with your ship. Do you want to take a listen?"
Yeah. Yes.
Yeah. Okay. And that little bot has a speaker on it, and you hear Zero's voice, and Zero says, he's like,
Guys, are you there?
Yeah. Zero, we're here. We're all here.
I'm in terrible pain. Terrible, agonizing pain.
I'm so sorry. It took quite Go ahead.
Zero, any way that you can give us a ping or something, show us where you are?
I think they established a connection with me, so I think this little guy here might be able to give you guys a location. And that little bot like chirps at you guys again, like excitedly, like he has that, like him saying yes.
Okay.
And then Zero says, "Why did you guys leave me? You abandoned me."
Hey, Zero, we woke up and we was forcefully removed from the ship. And then we were put into a death circle. And then we were rescued. So we ain't exactly had command of where we go up until this point.
And where are you headed
right.
now?
Well,
We know where he's at?
He's just asking where you're headed now.
Well, I guess we haven't decided
Well,
that, huh?
And where are you headed
Later,
now?
Cal, that's you, bruh. You handle this. It's you.
Well, right now, we're helping our friend Boone. He saved our lives. So,
Am
We thought
I
we,
not your friend? Did I not
Well-
help you guys when you asked for help and navigated the ship to all the locations you required me to previously? Sandra, I watered your gardens.
Zero.
And Cal, I organized all the books you took out. And
you're
all
so
the
right.
bullet
You're so
shells.
right.
Dell,
Zero. We're gonna
I
come
feel
for you.
abandoned.
We're gonna come for
Well-
you.
We're gonna come for you. It's just a little bit tricky, yeah?
Listen, Zero, we ain't gonna leave you behind. And we're gonna kill the bastards who took you. We're gonna kill the bastards who
That's
have
right.
been doing this bad shit to us.
And we're gonna fix
And
you
you
up.
hear you hear Boone say, "Guy, sorry, I think he cut off the connection like 15 seconds ago."
Fuck.
So, you know, we'll get. We know where he's at. I'm gonna send my guys down there while we're on this mission. They're gonna start getting repairs done while the Jacobs boys are distracted fixing the other brother up. Okay, so let's get going with this and I'll get you back on your ship and we'll get that guy fixed. Is that a guy, by the way? I didn't see him on the scans.
He's an artificial intelligence, yeah?
Oh, okay. Oh, that's okay. Well, that seems
AI.
cool. So he's like a robot. He's like one of these things.
He's our navigation system.
He's more like a computer, you know?
Right. Okay. He seems a little confused by he can't wrap his head around what like an artificial intelligence is. He clearly knows like what robotics are and like how basic programs work. But I don't think he can wrap his mind around like a full living intelligence that's digitized.
Boone, I recognize that back in the year that we are now, that technology might not exist, but where we're from, the people we work for, they created a robot program that is sentient and can make its own decisions. You understand?
Okay. Like he can make he can make pee-pees and poo-poos by himself. Like
Well,
things
I
like
don't,
that.
I don't think he has to do that, but I suppose.
Suppose he doesn't need...
Because that's a pretty
doesn't
cool
really
robot.
need
If you
to.
tell if you could find a robot that pee-pees and poo-poos, that's pretty cool.
I guess we'll have to ask him when we get him.
Yeah, I'd like to know because that's important to my research. But let's carry on, please, before I get too distracted. You guys all load up in that wagon again and go up the same elevator you guys came in on with his mechanical horse. He starts pulling you guys towards the fractured field mine. As you guys reach the mine's entrance, you can finally see the mistreatment that Boone has kind of been talking about. From small holes in the crates that are you guys are kind of hiding behind, You peek out the back and see fractured field employees kind of kicking robots and spitting on them as they go by. And some you can even see taking pot shots with their guns on the ones that are clearly worn down from years of lack of maintenance. Piles of leftover machines you can see way in the back of this mine. You can see this glowing red light. And you see piles of machines being fed into this large furnace where that molten metal is the only thing kind of lighting the cave. Boone says, "Hey, I need y'all to lay low for a minute until we get to the first level. Just kind of keep quiet. I'm gonna get this handled, and just hide, please." And that cart goes through the entrance of the mine towards the back right-hand side, and you can't see it, but there's a service elevator that he pulls up to, and there's a guard sitting outside that elevator. And Boone says, "I got that order for the replacement nanotubes and refurbished control units for you." And that guard looks kind of suspiciously at Boone and says, "I thought you stopped delivering to us months ago. Did Poole approve of this order?" He says, and Boone says, "We'll scan the damn labels and see." And that guard from on his belt, he pulls out a small scanner and begins to walk towards the back of this wagon. And I need everyone to make a quick stealth check for me.
I got 11.
Okay. Austin, what'd you get? 10. Okay.
I got it.
And
19.
Naomi? 19. Okay, everyone passes. So that security guard kind of is going through the back of the wagon. He's not fully in it, but he's looking in. He's scanning each little label on these crates. And as he's scanning, you can kind of sense Boone walking around that wagon. And Boone is going to make a check here. A sleight of hand check. That barely fucking passes. And he swipes the security guard's badge. And he kind of hops back into the cart. The guard comes back and says, "Hey, I think you're all good. But just make sure you get some proper approval before you come rolling in here." Boone goes, "Yeah, that's fine. I'll make sure I got my paperwork." Okay, so using that key card he pulled off, he kind of pockets it for now. Boone enters into that service cart, and the doors close. And normally, this is where you would scan a badge designating what level to go to. Well, the badge he stole off the guard designates you guys to go to level 1. So he scans that badge, and the elevator begins to rise. And he says, "All right, wait, once everything's in, the doors are closed. Feel free to come on out." And the doors close. You guys start kind of coming up, and you guys are outside the cart. And Boone says, "Now, no one's really seeing what's behind these doors. Everything Poole needs kind of gets sent through this elevator. You know, only one side opens and closes. I don't see what goes on behind the other side. So I need everyone to kind of be ready for this and follow my lead, and we'll make it through." Okay? And the elevator rests at its first stop for the day, and as the doors begin to slowly open, you are met with what looks like a vast jungle. The trees overhead are so towering that the little light makes its way to the ground at your feet. You can hear various bugs whip by and birds call from atop the trees. In front of you is a dirt path with a small sign that reads, "Welcome home." And you are now on level 1 of this facility.
I was not expecting a jungle.
Okay, so you guys pull the wagon out, and I think Boone kind of says that you guys are just going to leave. He goes, we're going to leave this wagon here and go on foot from here on out. I don't think it's wise to take this with us. But shit, I did not think there was going to be a goddamn jungle inside this mountain. So keep your wits about you. I don't know what we're going to find. But
check on the plants to kind of get any more information that might help us through this level.
Yeah, let's see what the appropriate check is for that. Oh no, of course I'm missing my paper. Okay, so roll. Medicine? Roll medicine. I want to see, maybe.
For medicine, it is 18.
Holy shit. Okay. That's the best way to do this. Gentlemen, take your headphones off for me, and I'll wave at you when to put them back on.
Okay.
Okay, so with an 18, you kind of get close to these plants, and you start picking at them and kind of running your hand over them, and one of them cuts you, but it doesn't feel like it's a natural cut. And you take a closer look and examine this plant, and you realize that it's made out of small metal filaments, and it looks like maybe the image of the plant is being projected onto this piece of metal. Headphones are going back on.
All right.
As soon as Austin looks up. Wave at him. Everyone wave. Hey, 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 hey. There we go.
Sorry.
Now, Sandra, it's
All right.
your choice if you want to tell them what I told you. I just wanted to, because that was your role and you were investigating, I wanted you to just know personally, and then you can decide what to do with that information.
I tell them not to. Sandra leans into the plant, touches it, and then she steps back and, very concerned with a gruff, furrowed brow, tells Cal and Del, "Don't touch the plants, whatever you do.
Any of them?
Don't touch them. Stay on the path."
10-4.
The four of you make your way down this path, and you're amazed at the amount of life that you see inside of this mountain. Not only did you see the birds and the insects kind of wisping on by, but there's a variety of snakes and lizards and small mammals, and like lemurs are swinging overhead. You've walked now for about 10 minutes, following the only path given to you, and now you've come to like a small clearing. There's two paths. One that continues straight on, and one that goes off to the left. From what you can tell, both paths are identical, and there's no clear indication that one may be better than the other. So you guys need to kind of choose which side you want to go. Go straight on ahead, or continue on or go to the left.
Sandra looks at Cal and says, "All right, Navigator, what do you think? Navigate us."
Yeah. What would that be? Would that be survival, or would that be perception?
Probably perception. If you want to just kind of see if you can notice any difference.
Yeah, that's what. Yeah.
Okay, yeah, roll perception for me.
Fucking hell, dude. Got a 1.
You got a 1?
Got a 1, and then
Okay.
with my, I guess if I put, it was a crit fail. My perception's +4.
Oh, okay. So you got a 5. Well, so you got a 5.
5. Yeah.
I think the crits only happen in combat. You can crit fail in combat. I was reading some stuff. It may not be true, but I think you can only crit... Or no, you can crit fail in anything, but you can only crit success in combat.
Okay.
If that makes sense.
So you don't have to punish crit fail outside of combat, basically.
I don't think so. But with a 5, you don't see much, Cal. But on the path in front of you, it may look like it's been slightly disturbed. Maybe.
Can I take a look instead?
Yeah, everyone can roll.
Try to help him out.
If you want to assist him, he's got a good bonus, and he can roll again. Like he can roll with advantage.
He can?
Yeah.
How do I assist? What does that do?
Just say something that you think would
Oh.
assist him in figuring out the paths, and then he can roll again.
Should I roll to see if I notice anything I can help him with? Because I obviously don't know anything except what you just told him.
Oh, I guess I could mention it. So the path just right in front of us looks like got a little tweaked with, you know. Something's just a little off with it.
All right, let me take a look. I step up next to Cal, and I get a, what's my perception? Oh, it's +0. I have a 14.
Okay. With the 14, you can clearly see, you kind of brush away some dry dirt and notice that there's been like prints going in that direction, straight ahead. And to the left, you don't see... It doesn't look like it's been disturbed at all.
Yeah, I see what you're talking about, Cal. So it looks like we got prints here going straight, and to the left, we got nothing. So, I mean, if we're talking about where most of the traffic goes, it's gonna be straight, I think.
All right.
Okay. You guys are going straight?
Straight. Let's do it.
All right. Okay. So, you guys kind of keep on going forward. You're trudging along, and Boone kind of starts talking to you guys. He's like, "This is some crazy ass shit. I've never seen anything like this in my life. It's just all been desert and tumbleweeds and shit. And now I'm walking into a fucking mountain, and there's all these trees and things I've only seen in books, you know, and stuff I've kind of researched. But this is just amazing. I mean, you can breathe in the air here. It's clean and it's cool. This is some crazy shit."
You think that this is something Poole Labs has developed or, made, or you think this is like a byproduct of what they've been doing?
Oh man, if I had to guess, I mean, maybe he's been testing some of those animals in different environments, and maybe he's got something here. I mean, I've seen the birds. I mean, I haven't killed one to see if it's real or not. Might be, but for all I know, it could definitely be something he made. But even if it is, it is just awe-inspiring. You know, when do you see something like this? Do you guys have this from where you're from?
I mean, we kind of have access to a lot of different planets where we're from.
Oh, okay.
Well, something I've learned, Boone, is nothing is as it seems. I think that we should try to find what we're looking for as soon as possible.
Okay, got it. You got it, soldier. And kind of does a little salute to you, and he's like, "All right, we'll get going." And you guys continue on just for a little bit longer, and I need all of you to roll a quick dexterity check for me, or dexterity roll.
17.
17. All right, Sandra.
20, but not natural 20. I got a 19
Okay.
plus 1.
And Cal.
I got 19 plus. Oh wait, what was it? Dexterity. You said dexterity, right?
Yeah.
Oh, I got 19 plus 1. So I got
Oh
20.
shit. Okay. Well, as you guys are walking, you hear something come from the distance, and all three of you detect two large rocks, maybe about the size of a bowling ball, fly in your direction, and all three of you, nimbly dodge out of the way, ducking and diving to avoid these collisions. And the next thing you see are two giant apes swinging from the trees, and they land right in front of you. And I need everyone to roll some initiative.
Damn it. 8.
I got 9.
18.
To lay out the situation, you guys are standing. You guys are standing on the path. It's maybe about 15 feet wide, so all four of you can probably sit shoulder to shoulder across it comfortably. And directly in front of you, about 10 feet, are two large apes. Cal, you are first.
So there's two of them in front of me.
Yep.
Dale, can you do that little robot thing? We try to talk to them.
You want
See
me-
if they're robots or not.
Am I allowed to do that at this point?
Or no?
It's a free action, so
It's like a talking thing.
Yes, it's a free action, but I think you can't do it till it's your turn.
Oh, okay.
Okay. So, I guess then... I'm gonna utilize a 2-weapon fighting,
Okay.
and I'll use two. I'll use my hand axe and my short sword again.
Okay.
So I need to roll d20.
Yep.
Okay. The first one was 14 plus 3, so 17.
That hits.
And the second one is 10 plus 3 is 13.
And that one hits.
Okay, and then 1d6 for both. So for the
So
first
explain what
one,
you do.
7. Oh, okay, yeah. Okay, so they're right in front of us. So Cal takes out his hand axe and his short sword, and I'm gonna run towards them. And yeah, maybe I want to like jump and hit him in the, try to like hit him in the in the face or in the chest or something, and then kind of be behind them when I'm done jumping. Does that work?
Yeah. I feel like maybe that's too cool to not have a roll behind it.
Okay.
If
So
so, yeah, do an acrobatics check.
okay. So d20. I got 14.
Okay, with a 14, you fucking do your cool flippy shit, and you whack them both in the head and the chest, and you're behind them. How much damage did you do to each one?
Oh, the first one was 7, and the second one was 3.
Okie doke. Alright, next in the order is one of the apes. Doesn't matter which one. And since you just whacked the shit out of its head, Cal, he turns around and he's gonna do a multi-attack on you with his fists. Let me roll to see if they both hit. 12?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. And then the second one. 7.
7 doesn't hit.
7
against
doesn't hit.
12.
Okay, so damage. Damage. Oh, God. Okay, so he hits you with one fist for 9 damage, knocking you straight in the head. Yeah, he knocks you straight in the head. And do you have a hat on? If you have a hat on, he knocked it off. We'll just say that. Fucking rocked your world. Okay. Next in the order is Sandra.
Take my maul at the one who tried to attack Cal.
Okay.
Does a 9 hit?
A 9 does not hit.
Damn. Totally missed then.
Yes, so ain't gonna miss. Dell, you're up next.
Okay. I will point my first revolver at the. Well, first I'm gonna point my revolvers at both of them. So let me see if I hit. The first one is a 8.
8 misses.
Missed my little rolly thing. And a. Oh, what is that? That is a 10.
10 misses. God, these are fucking okay. Next in the order is Boone, and Boone is tired of you guys missing these dudes, and he's gonna throw a small explosive right at the feet of both of these apes. And the way this works is, and he apologizes to you, Cal, because everyone in the area needs to make a dexterity saving throw. And it needs to be higher than 11 to save. Or just Cal. You guys, Dell and Sandra are fine. Or Sandra, you're near them, aren't you? Yeah, that's right. Okay. A 4.
Yeesh.
And Cal, what'd you get?
I got a 10.
Sound
10?
like
10.
yeah. 10.
Damn it.
Oh, but I still have to see if it hits. So if it misses, then you guys are fine. We'll see though. It's a miss. It's a miss, but just barely. I'm trying to add. I made it his own custom stat block, so because he doesn't get a plus anything. So he misses the explosive. So you guys are safe. He kind of chucks that bomb and it rolls between your feet, Sandra, and you hear it go, "Tut, tut, 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 tut," and then it just doesn't beep anymore. So maybe kick it away on your turn. Hopefully it doesn't blow up. Next in the order is the other ape. That ape is gonna throw a rock at Boone. So he kind of picks up this boulder, small boulder next to him, and chucks it at Boone. It hits for
These apes are gonna fuck us up.
8 damage.
Damn.
Okay. Cal, you're up.
Okay. I gotta make a dash.
Okay.
Back over to the group. Is that gonna be one action?
Let me see here. You can take a bonus action on each of your turns to take the dash, disengage, or hide action. So that'd be your bonus action. So you get a movement, an action, and a bonus action.
Okay. So basically, I want to do the same thing that I did before, but I want to jump, just back.
Okay. And attack as well.
Yeah. So
you
with
get
the two-weapon fighting.
Okay. So I think with the 2-weapon fighting, your bonus action would be your second attack, right? So you just get 1 attack.
Okay, so then it would just be 1. Okay, so I want to hit. Let's see. I want to hit whichever one hit me.
Okay. Go for it. Roll to see if you hit.
Okay. Eight. It was 8.
8. Okay, sorry.
God dang it.
It keeps cutting out on you, man. I'm sorry. Okay. An 8 misses. Son of a gun. So you still get your movement and your bonus action of dashing. So we'll say you make it back over to the group. Narrowly. Oh, you know what? Do they get, Chris, you would know too, do they get opportunity attacks
If you move past them, yeah.
if he dashes away from them?
If you move past them, I think. If I'm not
I
mistaken.
think they do, right? He's not disengaging.
That would make sense.
Yeah.
Because now I'm out of there.
I'm pretty sure
Yeah,
any
I know the
any enemy that you move past in a fight gets an opportunity attack.
Yeah, so he's gonna roll to see if he hits you. Does a 9 do it?
9 will not.
Okay, cool. Alright, so you dash on past and you get it back with the group. Next in the order is the ape you ran past. And Dell, he's going to chuck a rock at you.
Okay.
He rolled an 8 plus 13.
Nope. Doesn't hit.
13 doesn't hit. So he throws that rock, and I'd imagine you maybe like go kind of shoot it with your guns and break it up enough to where it doesn't hit you.
Okay.
Next, Sandra.
I would like to see if I could take my maul and kind of golf the bomb that Boone threw that landed at my feet. And I kind of want to golf it in between the robots.
Wait, the apes?
See if it blows up. The robots, sorry. The apes. I have a suspicion they're still robots, but whatever.
Yeah, go for it. So, that would probably be, what do you think, dexterity? Yeah? Yeah, roll dexterity, and I'll set the DC at 10. So if you roll a 10 or higher. What'd you get?
Okay,
What'd you
well,
get?
I got a 4.
Oh, the rolls today
Is
are
that
just
bigger than 10?
duty rolls.
Damn.
Okay, so you swing and you miss this bomb. Do you want to move or anything?
I want to see if they look down at it distracted, and then I come in with my maul. Can I do that, like a surprise?
Yeah, yes, because you guys need it. Go for it. Go ahead and see if you hit. So they look down, and then you miss this bomb, but you continue your swing up at one of their heads. So let's see if you hit.
15.
15 hits. Go ahead and roll for damage.
9 damage.
9 damage. Okay, so the ape that first attacked you guys is now super duper hurting. The other one's doing pretty good. Next in the order is Boone, and Boone is gonna shoot at the one.
Wait, didn't Boone go after me last time?
Oh yeah, Sandra Dell. Yeah, Dell. Sorry,
Okay.
you're up.
I guess I forgot to do this last time. Should I do? I guess it's perception. I want to see if the wounds on the most hurt one are organic or if there's mechanical behind them.
Yeah.
Okay, let me roll.
Roll perception.
11.
With an 11 and the distance that you're at, you can see that they look like they're bleeding,
Okay.
like blood.
Okay, so they're organic. Okay, I'm gonna point my first revolver at the one that's less hurt because that does more damage, and my second revolver at the one that is most hurt.
Okay. Roll to see if you hit.
Oh my god! I rolled a 6 for the first revolver.
Nope.
Second revolver. Oh, that is a 23.
Okay, so the second one hits the one that's most hurt, right?
Yeah. Let me roll for
Okay.
damage, and I'll tell you what I do. So that would be 8 total. Because
8 total?
yeah, my revolver. Oh, sorry. That was the first one missed. So the second one is just 4.
4.
Because my first one has the extra 4 damage.
Yeah. Okay.
So
So the ape that attacked you guys first. Explain what happens. You take that shot, and it's gonna be the
Okay.
final shot.
So I point my. Oh, it's the final shot. Okay, so I point my revolvers, and I have a bad habit of trying.
Well, just
to,
at the one. Yeah.
Yeah, I have a bad habit of trying to shoot 2. So I fire the second one without really aiming, and I miss. The first one, I mean, and I fire that second one right, and it just connects right to the base of his neck, and he just wham, his head goes back, and he falls straight to the ground.
Cool. Okay. Next up is Boone. Boone is good. There's only one remaining ape, so he's gonna try to hit it. And a 14 does it. So let me roll some damage. Oh. And Boone, pulls a rifle off his back, and like a long-barreled rifle, and he aims that thing dead center in its head, that second ape, and he pulls off a shot that is so thunderous and loud. He strikes the ape, like I said, in the head for 18 damage, and it's dead. Or at least it's not moving. So
I look over at Boone and I'm just like, what the fuck is that gun? I love it.
he goes, "That's my baby. This here's Carol. I take her everywhere with. I call her Carol Baskins." She's a real bitch. She'll fuck you up if you mess with her.
That fucking bitch Carol Baskins. Well, I'll tell you what, Boone.
Bitch.
That thing sure is better than that grenade you threw. I'd use that more.
Yeah,
often.
that was kind of a dud. I'm sorry about that, but old Carol here has to take care of his business. Okay, what do you guys want to do?
I would think that we probably. I guess I'll do it in character. All right. Well, Sandra, Cow, how you feeling? Saw you take a couple of whacks there.
Yeah, that first one got me, yeah? Got me right in my head. That one hurt.
So out of character, Austin, you're hurt pretty bad.
Yes.
Is it time for you to pop that med kit?
No.
Oh, yeah.
what's your Sandra would like to go over to Cal and what's your HP at, Austin?
6.
6?
Total
Yeah.
HP? Like without the damage?
Oh, my total HP is 15. Sorry.
Oh, so
Right
he's
now
at
I'm at 6.
I'd like to give I'd like to lay my hands on him and I'd like to give him I'll give him 6 HP.
That's
Yes.
I don't know if you guys could hear that, but that was Cal purring.
Oh.
I did
Okay.
hear that. I thought it was a helicopter.
So he was like, so you like, I just imagined like you were like petting him like a cat, like scratching his back.
That's what you're into, bro. I'm down. Like,
Wow. All right. Okay.
Yeah.
No. It's cool.
Dell is
No.
uncomfortable.
Wasn't like that.
So,
Motherfuckers.
Sandra, just so we can clarify, how many points of your pool did you give?
6.
6. So you have 4 left?
I do.
Okay. All right. So you heal Cal, and
6 points.
what do you guys want to do? You're now on a path that is still continuing straight. Do you just keep trucking on?
Do a perception check
Yeah.
on the apes, please.
Yeah, for sure.
Oh, thanks, Sandra.
Oh, you're welcome. I ain't know nothing about these apes. I'm just gonna tell you right now. It's 6 minus gosh, what's my perception? -1. God.
So with a 5, these apes are real, from what you can tell. They looked like they were breathing. They looked like they were sweating, and when you struck them, it looked like they were bleeding.
Do we all know that they're
Can
real?
Cal? Yeah, I think. Can Cal look over them? He wants to see if there's like any markings on them, like if they belong to Poole, or if they just like random wild ass apes.
Yeah, so they don't have any like markings that you can tell. Like no like ID tags or like nothing clipped onto them or kind of marked on them. They appear to be real apes.
All right, cool.
Cool. You guys just murdered. Moving on.
Moving on.
Okay, so after that fight, and you guys kind of move on for a bit, you see a path that's been kind of cleared out. It looks like almost like a small herd path, like a cattle trail, cleared out. Do you guys deviate and take that path off, or do you continue on straight?
Can Cal use his passive insight? Like a gut feeling?
I don't know if insight's the best roll
No?
for that.
Okay. It would be perception?
Yeah.
It is 14.
So if I'm best describing what a perception roll would be for this, it looks very much like a cattle trail, cleared out by some kind of animal, maybe something deer-like.
So one route looks like something like a deer went that way.
And one is just like a standard dirt path, the one that you've been on.
Let's go for deer one. I can go for
Yeah.
curiosity.
Okay.
Sure.
Okay, so I'll say you guys all start heading down that path, and you continue on for a little bit, and suddenly, Boone just falls to his knees out of nowhere.
Boone, what's wrong?
And he looks a little dazed. He goes, "Hey, I'm all right. I'm just feeling a little woozy after that fight." He goes, Do you hear that? I must have knocked my head or something. I got this damn ringing in my ears." And he like looks just super faint. He's like, "Hey, just don't Don't worry about me. And he kind of starts to slowly get up. He's kind of breathing heavy. He's like, it's fine. It's fine. I'll get better. He kind of takes a drink of water that he's got from a little canteen. He's like, let's keep moving on. It's gonna be okay.
You sure about that, partner? You look like you're about
You
to.
sure you
Yeah.
don't want to use one of them med packs?
Oh, I'm doing all right in terms of my HP. I wouldn't worry about that. I just I don't know. I get woozy every once in a while. It's just something that happens. I will tell you if it's something that's bad. But for now, let's just keep going. Okay.
All right.
So you reach the end of this little deer path or cattle trail, and you see a clearing, and you hear some noise coming from the clearing. And I'll give you guys a couple options of what you can do. Feel free, you can rush right in, or you guys can make like a stealth check and kind of sneak up and like maybe hide behind some bushes, or maybe try to see what you can perceive from this distance. It's up to you.
I think Cal's gonna go stealthily.
Okay, everyone rolls stealth check for me. 20?
I got
Okay.
a 12.
Chris, what'd you get?
8 plus 4, 12.
12. All right, and Austin.
Got a 6.
That's fine.
Cool.
A 5 was the DC for that, so you guys all passed. Okay, so the four of you, sneak up to this clearing and hide behind some like thick ass bushes so you're not seen. And in the middle of this clearing, you see a small camp. You see a single A-frame tent is set up in front of a small fire, and sitting around that fire is a family enjoying a meal. And as you listen in, you hear some of the conversation between some of these people. And you hear a child's voice say, "Dad, how much longer do we have to stay here?" And he kind of is tugging on this man's like safari coat. And the dad says, "As long as it takes, Amos. You know, Daddy's research is vital to help those in need on Terra." And you see the father kind of pulling out, between eating, he's pulling out these various vials and organizing them in this field kit he has set up. And Amos, the boy, says, I know. You're still working on those plants that grow like super duper fast, right?" And the dad says, "Yes, son, yes." And the Amos replies, "Well, I want to get out of here. I keep hearing all these weird sounds at night, and every time I walk around, I can feel it watching me." And from the tent, you hear a woman's voice say, Amos, why don't you come in the tent, lovely? Let's play a quick game and let Daddy work." And as that boy starts running to the tent, the three of them vanish in like a digitized dust. And the only remaining objects in that area are the tent and an extinguished fire.
Okay, can I tell what race they were, first of all? Like, what were they?
Human.
They were human? Okay.
Human.
But they're not there.
They are not there. Whatever was there looked like it might have been like a projection.
So
What do you guys do? Take some action. What do
can
you
I
You got a tent and a fire and an empty space.
can I approach the tent?
Boone, you ever seen anything like that?
Like a projected image? Yeah. I'm sure you guys have seen them too, right?
Yeah, but what would be the purpose of that scene playing out right there?
I don't know. Clearly, if you guys didn't know, Amos is the guy who running the mine. That's Amos Poole. So maybe this is some kind of memory for him, something maybe he looks back on. I don't know. It could be just something made up, something to trick us, but he wanted us to see this.
But that would mean he knows we're here.
Right. I would assume, we're breaking into his facility. He's got some cameras. So he probably knows we're here. The reason why he hasn't stopped us, I don't know. But that sign when we came in was a little weird, I thought.
I would like to put out there that Sandra's pretty sad. She's pretty sad, and she approaches the tent, but in a more solemn way than Dell did. And she's just kind of staring at the spot where the dad was before it disappeared. And she's looking around to see if there are any vials left or anything. Can I see if there's like any vials left from that memory?
Yeah, so I won't make you roll for it. Everything that they were touching was also a projected image, so nothing is really remaining. But it looks like the tent and the fire were there to kind of like set the stage for the projection, if that makes sense. But go ahead and make a roll for me, an investigation roll.
9.
With a 9, as you're kind of looking around this campsite and you're towards the tent, you notice that underneath a cot inside the tent there's a small folder, and you start to rifle through this folder, and it's filled with like all these drawings. Most of them look like they were drawn by a child. You see a small lake with fish jumping and the family sitting in front of the lake. You see trees with birds in them, one with like a giant plant. It's not really clear because it looks like he drew it, but it looks like some giant plant. But the last one looks like it was drawn by someone with some like artistic talent. And as you kind of further examine that last sketch, you notice how there's a lack of color, and mostly it's just circles of black and gray line the outside of this picture. And in the dead center, you see a set of deep red eyes kind of behind a gray cloud of fog.
Can I put that in my pack?
Yeah, you can keep it.
Well, I'm thinking maybe we should just head back and take that other trail.
Yep. Yeah, probably.
Okay. Yeah. So you guys kind of backtrack for a bit, making your way through the forest, and you head back on that other trail. And it looks, from what you can tell, it looks like you're getting close to the end of whatever this forest can be. You see maybe 300 feet off, there's a wall and a staircase, but it looks like it's been very well hidden inside the forest. You make your way forward, and you're going, pushing past all this brush. And I think that's the first time everyone else starts to notice that something about the foliage here is off. And I need Chris and or let me use your character names, Cal and Dell, to make a Constitution saving throw, or roll a check roll.
Constitution. Fuck. 1.
Oh, okay. We'll wait on that for a second.
Okay.
I got a 7.
And a 7. 7's not super good either.
Yeah.
Cal, we'll play your part out. So, what you didn't notice, although Sandra told you to kind of avoid the plants, you notice that she's kind of avoiding them a bit more because she knew something that you guys didn't exactly. And these plants, as you brush past them, are making very small cuts all on your body. And Cal, as you push through, you take 2 damage from the amount of cuts these plants are doing. Dell, these plants have made so many microscopic cuts on your body that you have now taken 5 damage. And the lack of like bleeding and damage has been so unnoticeable because of how small they are, almost like little razor cuts. But the 3 of you push your way through, and make it to the end of this section of this lab that you're in, and reach the staircase. You make your way up, and at the very top of the staircase, there's a sign that says congratulations, and on that sign there's a small key card left for you, and it has the number 2 etched on it.
All right. Well, I grab the key card.
Perfect. You guys grab that key card and turn around, and you see some more service elevator doors. You place the key card on the scanner, the doors open, and you head inside. The doors close, and the elevator starts to rise, and Boone says, well, I told you guys this is some crazy shit. I've never seen it. And it is very obvious that he does not want us to be here. Now, I don't know exactly how he's maneuvering all these plants and these animals, but something's going on, because those apes seem like they're living, but I've never seen plants that can cut you like that. There must be something wrong with them.
Well, I'll tell you what, he makes this seem like it's some sort of game. And, you know, for not wanting us here, he's kind of paving the way in a way. That's a weird way to say that.
It seems like that, and I still can't get over the fact that he said "welcome home." I was like, I've never been here, besides the drop off stuff at the bottom floor, and I can assume that none of y'all have been here either.
Not here specifically, but I mean, I did just get back to my home planet.
True. But I've been here, so I don't know. But let's all kick our boots up for a minute while the elevator gets up to the next floor and take a quick break and get ready for whatever else he's got for us. And as the elevator begins to rise, you can hear some kind of music playing in the background. Something maybe a bit classical but sinister. And we'll pick it up next time.